Okay, welcome to the second interactive turbo session. Today we are doing a session called pyramid session, which is 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 2 minute on, 2 minute off, 3 minute on, 3 minute off, 4 minute on, 4 minute off, and then back down again. So 3, 2, 1. You want to ride this at, I would say you'd be looking at just over threshold for all these efforts, and definitely in the last few, if you've got a bit more energy left, then you can give it a little bit more. So, first of all, 10-minute warm-up. Hello Instagram, we are getting ready for an interactive turbo session. So if you want to follow along, we are doing a pyramid session. Grab your turbo, get your best tunes on, and I'll basically be your instructor, I guess, for this. So let me know where you're from, and I can see your questions popping up on the screen, so I'll try really hard to answer them, but obviously I'm going to be going flat out in this as well. So if you just joined, I'm starting a 10-minute warm-up before we start our first effort. If you're watching on Instagram and you're on the sofa in your pants, quickly get your cycling kit on and come and join me. If you're watching on YouTube, then hopefully you should be already ready to go. Hello, hello, hello. This session is going to take around 45 minutes, maybe I think it's 50 minutes actually, but that's including the warm up and warm down. So if you have to be somewhere, you can probably make it 45 minutes and only do a 5-minute cool down. So yeah, short and sharp, but this one's a really good fitness builder. You are, with these efforts, when I say 1 minute effort, you know, it's not a flat out 1 minute effort. You want to be riding at kind of 8, 9 out of 10. So kind of above threshold. And the idea with every effort is you're going to be building that threshold power and building your fitness. And fingers crossed I can keep talking and complete the session, which is obviously, you know, part of the fun for you guys is that I'm going to suffer along with you. So let me know where you're from, what your turbo setup is, and we're going to just start with a nice warm-up. So on YouTube, we've got Per from Sweden, hello, and Philip from Canada, and on Instagram, Sarko7 Squad is here. I don't have my glasses on, so struggling to read everything, but welcome. Grab your turbo, put some tunes on, and we'll get ready to go. Currently I am 3.5 minutes into a warm-up. We're going to do a nice 10-minute warm-up to make sure you're ready for this session. So a pyramid session, I think, is a really good fitness builder, and you can play around with the length of the efforts, but essentially with any pyramid session, depending on how long you're going to do for those efforts, the idea is to ramp up the duration each time and then go back down. So like a pyramid, really. So, welcome everyone, welcome Sean, welcome Andre, welcome Ken. I believe Ken was in the last turbo workout and he enjoyed it so much that he's back again. So welcome back. Today we've got a slightly different session than we had last week. So last week was a high intensity interval training session, which was a little bit sharper. So this one is more about just above threshold. So it's not as difficult as the Russian steps we did last week. But that being said, it will start to bite towards those last few efforts We've got one-to-one recovery with each of the efforts. So if you get a 1 minute effort, it's going to be 1 minute recovery. So it should be a little bit easier to follow than the last session. And yeah, I've just hit 5 minutes and 16 seconds on the warm-up. So we've got another 5 minutes before we get started. If you're on Instagram and you're on the sofa, if you're on YouTube and you're on the sofa, quickly, you've got 5 minutes to get in your kit, get your turbo ready. I don't think I've ever been ready for a turbo session in 5 minutes, but hey, you know, today could be the day. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, it's always exciting doing a live stream and trying to make sure I don't breathe too heavily into this camera, into this microphone, sorry. Okay, hello Gabor from Hungary. We are 4 minutes to go on the warm-up before the fun starts. Hey, Nez Cook from Mexico, thanks for joining in. Let me know if you can reach your phone, if you can reach the screen, that where you're from, and if you're joining in with us today. So Soccer mid 10 says, do these more often. Awesome. Well, I don't know if you'll still be feeling as awesome afterwards, but I'll have a think. Maybe. Watch this space. I'm going to run out of session ideas if I do too many. Oh. So, 3 minutes until we start our first effort. So if you just joined, the session we're doing is a pyramid session. So we're just in our 10-minute warm-up at the minute, and the session will be as follows. 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off, 4 minutes on, 4 minutes off, and then we get to go back down. 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off, 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 1 minute on, and 1 minute off. So, Ken's asking, you said these efforts should be just below threshold. What's that in a percentage of a max heart rate? So, actually these efforts should be at your threshold, or maybe slightly above, if you can manage, especially on the shorter efforts. So percentage of max heart rate. I'm not great with heart rates, but if you know your threshold heart rate, I would say kind of 10 beats either side of your threshold heart rate. Huh? Someone's asked me about heart rate.
Yeah, perceived exertion, don't run off heart rate for an effort.
But I think Jake's just giving me some tips from the other room. So what he was saying is that actually with a session like this, it's better to go on perceived exertion rather than a percentage of your max heart rate, because as you're doing a turbo session, your heart rate lags behind your actual effort. So it wants to be an 8 or 9 out of 10 for these efforts. And if you've still got some gas in the legs in those last efforts, especially as you're coming down the pyramid, then just push on that little bit more. And then when we get to the last 1 minute effort, it's going to be all out, guys. So prepare yourself for that. Okay, so welcome on Instagram, welcome on YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions and I will try and answer them. But currently we are coming up to the first effort's going to start in 30 seconds. So effort number 1, 1 minute long. And then after that, we get a little 1 minute rest. So 15 seconds till we go. So you want to get yourself in a good gear for this. And remember, this isn't a flat out effort. 8 or 9 out of 10. We're going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. So don't get carried away in this first effort. It's really important because we've got a lot of efforts to come. So at the minute, I'm riding, I'd say 8.5 out of 10. So for me at the minute, which is about 260, 270 watts, which I'll probably regret later, I'm sure. Okay, 15 seconds left. 10. 5 seconds. And rest. 1 minute recovery. Oh. The first one I always find is kind of sticky. My legs aren't quite working yet. So, if you're watching and you're not on a turbo, that's just mean. You just watch people suffering for fun. Okay, so 30 seconds until we start our 2-minute effort. And hopefully, if you've not gone too hard in your first one, you should be nice and warmed up for this. 15 seconds. Okay, we're starting our 2-minute effort in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So 2-minute effort now. So as we go through this effort, I'll be doing less and less talking. Hopefully you've got some mega tunes on at home getting you through this. Okay, 1 minute left. If you're following on Instagram or YouTube, it's not too late to quickly grab your turbo and join in. Okay, 30 seconds left. $15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 minutes rest. Oh, I'm starting to bite now. Oh, welcome. Just looking at the Instagram live. Oh. Try and keep your cadence up once you get into the recovery. It's important to just try and move that lactate out. Woo! And we've got a minute and a half left till we go again. Woo. I'm just trying to get my breath back for a second. Okay, we've got 1 minute until the 3-minute effort. Try and just relax. Bring your heart rate down as much as you can in preparation for this next effort. Okay, we're going in 30 seconds. Get ready for this one. Okay, we're going in 15 seconds for a 3-minute effort. Really important. Don't go too hard in the first minute. And just once you get halfway, just try and be really consistent and hold that effort going in 3, 2, 1, and go. We got 3 minutes now. Really important you pace it well. Maybe start at an 8 out of 10. You should be finishing around an 8.5, 9 out of 10 in the last 10 minute, 30 seconds of the effort. You love the pain. We love the pain. Oh. Okay, we're coming up to 1 minute. We've got 2 minutes of effort in this effort left. Keep it going. Okay, we're halfway. 1 minute 30 left. Keep squeezing this effort out. Coming into the last minute now. 1 minute left in this, and then we need to get 3 minutes recovery after this. 1 minute to go. Just keep thinking about that recovery you're going to get. Try and hold an even pace for this last section. Okay, last 30 seconds. Hold on to this pace. You can do it. "20 seconds. "10 seconds left. "5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 3 minutes rest. Oh, you've earned that one. Keep your legs spinning. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that was a bit, starting to feel it now. So, you got 3 minutes rest. Try and keep your cadence at around 90. Or maybe slightly above if you can. You want to keep the lactate flowing. Try and move it out your legs. And try and control the breathing. I've got a question on YouTube. How long do you need to stabilize your breath? So there's no specific answer to that. All I would say that on your recovery part, if you think about your breath slowing and you're gradually recovering in your mind from the effort. I find that helps me a lot going into the next effort. It's really about thinking as much as you can about the recovery you're in. So, that being said, we've got just over 1.5 minutes recovery, and then we've got that 4-minute effort. This is the turning point of the session. Every effort after this will be slightly shorter. So once we get through this, really we're over the hump of the session. So what I would recommend, just hold it out. Those middle couple of minutes of the next 4-minute effort, they're going to sting a little bit, but then once you get towards the end of that, we've got 4 minutes rest before we start coming down. So 1 minute until that 4-minute effort. I know you're all super excited about it. I certainly am. But I do like, once you get through this 4-minute, mentally you know you're over the hardest part of the session. So, Chaussette de Page says nice base layer. I know it's pretty good. Lone Wolf Cycling Club, shout out. I actually find having a good base layer super important for the turbo. Woo. So Ken just told me he's really excited about the 4 minutes, and you should be, man. We'll get through this together. Okay, we're going in 10 seconds. So 4 minutes of effort, 8 to 9 out of 10. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Just got to pace this one really nice. Don't go out too hard in the first minute. It's all about the consistency across the efforts this session. So if you're watching on Instagram, I hope you're following along here and not just watching me suffer away. So on this 4-minute effort, I'm not going to tell you every 30 seconds, as that's just mean, but I'll tell you every minute, and I'll give you a 10-second countdown to the end. Whew. Okay. Okay, we've got 3 minutes left. Keep it smooth, keep it consistent. Someone on Instagram saying, fair play for talking through it. It's a skill, definitely. Doesn't make it any easier. I can feel the sweat starting to bead on me now. Okay, we're coming up to the 2 minutes to go. Keep it smooth. You've got this. Turbo sessions are meant to hurt. Try and get comfortable with the pain. It's not going to last forever. Okay, we're coming into the last minute. Just sit on this pace. Hold on to it. We're through the worst of it now. You should be dripping with sweat. This is really good. Last 15 seconds. Ten. You can do this. 5. Almost there. And 4 minutes rest. Well done, everyone. That was the real tough part. And we're through it. So well done for sticking with it. As you can see, it's not easy for any of us. So, 4 minutes recovery. We really earned that. Oof. We're just going to breathe now. Try and relax ourselves. We're on the way down the pyramid now. 3 efforts left. So if you think about it, at this point, we've only got about 6 minutes of effort. We've already done way more than that. So keep the faith. 3 minutes of recovery left. And get yourself ready. So, starting in 2.5 minutes. We've got 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off, 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, and 1 minute on. Finish. So we've really broken the back of this now. Thanks to everyone sending comments from all over the world. Barcelona, Hungary, London, Chile. It's really amazing that you guys can all join in from wherever you are, wherever your pain cave is. And we got 2 minutes recovery. I don't know if you can see, but this isn't baby oil. This is real pain. You know, because sweat is just fat crying or something, I heard. But someone from Colombia, amazing. Are you guys joining in the session on Instagram? I'm doing a live turbo session every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. UK time. So you'll have to join in for another one if you're not joining this one. So people from America, a lot of people telling me they can still go outside and ride. In the UK we can as well. But you know, part of me secretly likes a nice indoor pain cave session. And it's just a really good way to get out all that angst from being stuck inside. Okay, awesome. We've got about 40 seconds until our 3 minute effort. We're over the worst of it now, and the efforts are just going to keep getting shorter. So 30 seconds, and then we've got 3 minutes of effort. Make sure you take a little drink, keep hydrated, as always. 15 seconds till we've got our 3 minute effort. Whew. I definitely need a fan for this. These lights are hot. Okay, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're going for the 3-minute effort now. Try and pace yourself nice and well. Okay, we're getting into this now. It's going to be slightly stinging. You've done a lot of efforts up to this point, but you just got to try and hold on. Don't go too hard at this point, and we just got to hold on to the pace. Okay, we're coming up to 1 minute in. 2 minutes left on this one, guys. Keep it up. I hope you got your best badass music tunes on to get you through this. You're gonna need it. Okay, we're about halfway through now. Keep it up. I can hear my heart in my ears now. Okay, 1 minute of this effort left. Keep it up. We get a nice long recovery after this. Last 30 seconds. Keep it smooth. "15 seconds, come on. Hold on. 10. 5 seconds. And relax. 3 minutes of rest. 3 minutes of rest now. Okay guys, well done. That effort you just did, we only have 3 minutes in total of effort left now. And you've just done that. So, we've got 3 minutes recovery now. Then we go 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. 1 minute off / warm down, puke in a bucket, whatever you fancy. I'm just going to take a sec to get a towel. If you're smart enough, you would have already prepared one next to you. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Okay. 2 minutes of recovery left. Oh, I feel better for a bit of a towel. A bit of a towel dab. Whew. So, that wasn't so bad. Almost at the end of this session now, guys. These ones are going to sting. We try and really focus on keeping a similar power, similar perceived effort to the efforts you've just done. You guys are smashing it out the park here. Okay. I hope you're bearing with me. Commentary's not spontaneous this time because I am feeling it a little bit more. We have got 1 minute of recovery left. Savor it, hold it tight before we go into that 2-minute effort. Again, if you've just joined or you've joined a bit late, we want to go 8 or 9 out of 10 for this. So, get yourself ready. Nice deep breaths in preparation for this. We've got 30 seconds until we start that 2-minute effort. And of course, once we've done this effort, there's only 1 minute left. So, that's not too bad. I'm sure you'll tell me otherwise at the end of this when you get a chance to type. Okay, we're going in 15 seconds. Okay, 10. This is for 2 minutes of effort now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 minutes of effort. Don't go too hard in the first 30 seconds. That's always the key. And if you still feel like you've got a lot of gas, you can really push it out in these next 2 efforts. Keep it up. The worst of it is behind you. Hold on to this effort. Squeeze it out. We've got 1 minute left. Only 1 minute, come on. It's going to start to burn. Just hold on to it. Try and relax into the pain. Seconds left. You can do this. "15 seconds. Five left. Hold on to it. And relax. Woo! 2 minutes recovery. And then 1 minute. And that's it. After that, we get to have a nice relax. My handlebars are getting a little bit slippy about now. Okay. Woo! How was that, huh? It's gonna be hurting. I know it's gonna be hurting. But these last few efforts are the ones that really count. So, if you're struggling to hold the same power as you were in the beginning, don't worry. Just try and bring it down a little bit and keep a good pace. Okay, we've got 1 minute until our last effort of today. This last 1 minute, if you have anything left in the last 30 seconds, feel free to just get it all out. This is the final effort. Make it count, guys. You have a lovely 10-minute warm down after this. Just remember that. So, 30 seconds until we go now. One effort left. Boy, am I glad to hear that. I've got things that I didn't even know sweating right now. I'm like, why is my neck sweating? Gross. Okay, we're going in 10 seconds now. Get ready for it. Last 1 minute effort. Put your gears back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last minute, let's go. You've got this, make this one count. I know it's stinging, but this is it. Okay, we can do this. Last 30 seconds. If you have anything left, try and get it out. Squeeze out the effort. And I'll give you your countdown. 20 seconds left. All or nothing now. Last 15. Smashing it. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Ooh. Take a minute. Ow. That was sore. Well done, everyone. Really impressive. That's a hard session for anyone. So switch yourself into a nice, easy spinny grandma gear now. Try and keep a good cadence as we just let our heart rate and breathing slowly relax and come down. If you have enough energy to reach to the keypad and you have any questions, let me know. After the warm down, I'll be spending another 5-10 minutes answering any of those questions. So fire away. My hands are quite sweaty to type at the minute, so I'll understand if you need a bit more warm down time. I'm trying to read. I can't really read the Instagram comments without my glasses on. Ooh. Relax into the pain, definitely. Definitely. I always find that when you're indoors, it gets really, really quite hot. So if you haven't got a fan or a window next to you, I definitely recommend getting a fan. It definitely helps you get more out of your efforts, I find, especially when you're doing it indoors. So Ken says, good session, Kira. Do you have a dedicated turbo bike or do you use your Canyon road bike? I know a lot of people use their winter bike as their setup on the turbo. But for me, I like to ride my good old Canyon Ultimate SL. The reason being that I've just got the position absolutely dialed on this bike now. And I think that comfort, especially when you're doing indoor training, which can be really quite uncomfortable, to do it on a winter bike, if your position's not perfect, is not my preference. So I like to do my training on the road and my training indoors on the same bike. And if you've got multiple bikes, by all means go ahead, but what I would say is try your best to match up your positions on each of your bikes. So when you're switching between, you're gonna be in the right position to get your power out and everything like that. Oh my. It's been a while since I've tried that hard, I'm gonna be honest, guys. These sessions really help get the best out of me, and fingers crossed they help get the best out of you too. If you're watching on YouTube and you enjoyed the session, please leave me a like and drop us a comment. It does help this channel a lot. Okay, let's have a look. So if you're on Instagram, you're tuned in, welcome. I've just finished a pretty brutal pyramid session. It was live on Instagram and also YouTube. If you want to go back and do it again, I will leave it on this channel. So feel free to follow it along. I also did a session last Wednesday called Russian Steps, which is a bit more intense, shorter, higher intensity efforts. So if you're interested in that session and you want to follow someone shouting along with you, you can go back and watch that session. I've upped my production value. Hopefully you can tell. I've got some lights at the minute borrowed from Cycling Pulse, which I think helps a lot. So yeah. So a few people are asking, do I prefer Windymiller frames or Canyon frames? At the minute, I'm absolutely loving my Canyon Ultimate. It's super comfortable, but Windymiller bikes are by no means any different. They're just a different style of bike. So it's custom geometry. We've got a lot of aero frames, but it really depends what you're after in a bike. For a lot of comfort riding, I definitely prefer the Ultimate, but I think that when I had my Windymiller Saw Doctor, that was really great for racing. I've not tried this in a race yet, so I couldn't possibly tell you. But yeah, that's a pretty unbiased answer, I reckon. Okay. So a few of you are requesting to be in my video on Instagram. You may join if you wish, but you have to tell me what you want, what you bring to the table. Have you got a question? Let me know, and then I might let you come up in my live stream, you know. Okay, so we have done 5 minutes of warm down. If you've got some place to be, by all means, shoot off. But I would recommend another 5 minutes of spinning would be great. Ooh, just to make sure your legs are nice and clear of lactate, or as much as they can be. So someone's asked me, what time do you sleep? I mean, at the minute, it's all a bit over the place because of being quarantined and not needing to be up for anything. But usually I go to bed about 10 or 11, and I'm up about 7-ish. 7:38, depending on, you know, obviously I don't religiously follow that. I'm a self-employed YouTuber, so sometimes I'll stay up later and get up later, or get up earlier and go to bed earlier. But yeah, I'd say on average it's kind of around 7-8 in the morning I get up and get into bed about 10-11, which gives me 8 to 9 hours sleep, which for me is definitely enough. But if I'm doing a lot of training, then usually I try and get in about 8-ish, 9-ish, more towards the 9-hour mark. I'm trying really hard to read these questions, but I'm actually quite blind. Today you are here on Instagram Live. I am. Hello. So if you're following the session along with me, currently we have done 7 minutes and 40 of warm down. So another 2 or 3 minutes left. Okay. So I'm going to hop off just so I can read some Instagram questions, YouTube questions. Keep them coming. You have 2 minutes left if you are following along with the session. Nice 2 minutes extra warm down. Okay. Oh, I've got three requests to be in my video. Okay. Oh, my heart rate is still so high. Okay. Let's see who I've got on the... Okay, I've just clicked on one of you randomly. We're going to add someone into the live stream. I've never actually done this before, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, hey! We've got someone joining along. How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm doing this on the rollers.
Oh, fair.
But yeah, a couple hours, alright.
Awesome. Is this your first session following along like this?
Sorry?
Did you join the session last week, or is this your first one?
This is the first one.
Oh, awesome. How did you find it?
I've done like a fair few kind of like solo sessions before, but I haven't got my turbo with me where I am now. So yeah, like not too bad. Like the rollers, they just like don't give enough resistance.
Mad cadence. Amazing. How's quarantine going?
Sorry?
How's quarantine going?
Not too bad. I'm quite lucky. I can work from home, so
That's good.
I've been really busy with work, which is very lucky to be able to say. And yeah, I've been getting out for like early morning rides if I can,
Awesome.
which has been really nice.
Awesome. I'm also...
What's the
Sorry, say again.
what's the plan for your YouTube, your sort of social channels over this quarantine time?
Oh, good question. So at the minute, I'm doing a weekly Wednesday live stream where I do a turbo session, like an interactive turbo session. So I'll basically shout abuse at you and you can join along the session just like this. I'm also doing a Friday live stream, which is kind of just like an informal chat, hangout, chat, rubbish, whatever you want. And then trying to get in a video as well on a Monday. And then just generally being about on the internet too much because we haven't got much else to do, have we? Oh,
Nice, thank you.
no worries. Well, thanks for joining. Give a shout out to your Instagram.
Sorry?
You'll have to give a shout out to your Instagram quickly.
Oh, Tom Austin London, I think, or Tom Austin LDN.
Awesome. So I'm actually streaming on YouTube as well. So hopefully that everyone can hear you on YouTube as well. And it doesn't sound like I'm just talking to myself. So Tom Austin London, thank you very much for joining. And see you next Wednesday, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, very cool. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up the YouTube live stream. Thank you so much for joining in. I had even more fun than I did last week. I can't believe that that's actually possible. Maybe the quarantine fitness is coming through. Please do leave a comment, give us a like on the video, and if you would like to see any particular type of workout for next week, then drop us a comment and I will try my best to work that out for you. Oh, that was hard, guys. That was really hard. So thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, okay, awesome. Have a good one. See you next Wednesday. Okay, so